Hey everybody, welcome to another phone review. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification thing for any new videos coming out. As you can well see that this is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5, much talked about, much hyped budget phone, and for good reason. Xiaomi, as a lot of you know, has been making really the best budget phones on the market now for quite a while. And this one is just no exception. So we're going to unbox it. I'm going to give you my first impressions. It's going to be a quick video. I was really hesitant to buy this phone. This is the Global Edition. I wasn't sure what the LTE coverage was going to be like here in the States, considering it really only has band 4, which is compatible with AT&T and T-Mobile. And I got to tell you, I've been using it for about 5 days now with my T-Mobile SIM in it, and I've had absolutely no problems. As a matter of fact, my connectivity has been even stronger on this phone for some reason. Maybe there's more bands that they are not writing on the spec sheet, but it's been even stronger than on other Chinese phones that I've had, which have more of the included bands included. So anyway, as you can see next to it, just to show you for reference that I've used Xiaomi phones before, this is you can see it's seen better days. I smashed it up, but the phone still works, still gets updated. And I could still use it if I had to. This is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 Pro. And this was from a few years back. And this was my budget phone of the year a few years back. Really, really was a great phone. Loved this phone. And I think this phone actually even still gets updates. And I mean, it just goes to show, Xiaomi really does stand behind their products and make excellent products. So just wanted to show that for reference. I've used MIUI before. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people complain that it's sort of like a mix between iOS and Android. And I got to tell you, of all the skins that are on any Android phones, I actually really like MIUI. It's feature rich. There's a lot of really useful stuff on it. And that's for a whole nother video. But I have no problem with MIUI whatsoever. Anyway, we'll get that out of there. All right. So here we go. This is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 global version. So it does have some extra bands on it and the global MIUI 9 ROM. And, we're going to go ahead and unbox it in a minute and stuff. A lot of people wonder why Xiaomi consistently makes the best budget phones. A lot of these Chinese companies use really good hardware and make really nice phones and stuff. But the difference with Xiaomi is the difference what you're getting from other Chinese phones is Xiaomi is a huge company, so you are getting that research and development behind the phones. You're getting the support, you're getting the updates. So they're not only using the latest and greatest hardware and packing the most value hardware-wise that they can into a phone, but they're actually optimizing it really well and have the money and the power behind them as a company to give you they really just have an upper hand on these smaller Chinese companies. So in that sense, I mean, they are called the Apple of China for a reason. So let's get the specs out of the way on this phone. The specs are, it's got a 5.99-inch 18:9 display, a Snapdragon 636 processor. Again, remember, $189 I paid for this phone with a Snapdragon 636. 4,000 milliamp battery, like I said, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of ROM, micro SD expansion. It's got MIUI 9 out of the box, which is basically Oreo 8.1. MIUI's, turn on it. It's got dual rear cameras highlighted by a Samsung S5K 2L7 1.5 micron pixel sensor. So very large pixels, so really good in low light and lets a lot of light in through the lens. It also has a supporting depth sensor, 5 megapixels. On the front, on this version, you have an OmniVision 13-855 13 megapixel front-facing shooter, which I think is actually really, really good. And it does have a micro USB port, which is a little bit of a bummer that Xiaomi, decided to save a couple of bucks there. But again, for the $189.95 I paid for it from GearBest.com, no complaints whatsoever. So let's unbox it, and then I'll give you my first impression. So, yep, box. Blah. Phone. Let's get this off here. So you can see I have a screen protector on. I don't know whether or not you can see that or not. I'm having some focusing issues here because I'm zoomed in. But nice 18:9 display, It's a really good display. It's not the greatest display you're ever going to see, but Xiaomi is smart in what they pick, and it's more than good enough. On the side of the phone, let's see if we can focus there. There we are. You have 2 volume rockers and the power button. On the top of the phone, you have an IR blaster, super cool. I love that Xiaomi still includes those in on their phones. On the side of the phone, you have the spot for your micro SD expansion. Wow, that is really struggling to focus there. You probably can't even see it because it's black. On the bottom of the phone, let's see if we can focus here. On the bottom of the phone, you have the, like I said, the micro SD port. Little bit of a bummer there. You have the bottom firing speaker, which is really loud, really kind of nice microphone, and a headphone jack, which is also gives you a really good output on sound. And that is really about it. It comes with a gel case. You can see I have the little ring holder on the back. What else do we get in this box here? Let's see. You get some manuals and stuff in this box. Like I said, I'm not a big unboxing guy, but you know, people want to see it. There it comes with a micro USB cable and a power brick and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's it for the unboxing. You know, I don't really do a whole lot with that. So display, it's a 1080p panel, really good, 18:9. It's bright, it's crisp. You're never gonna have problems. The viewing angles are solid. Sorry, all that pulsing and stuff you're seeing on the Focus, because I'm using a cheap phone to film this with. Anyway, yeah, panel's good. Speaker is good. Very clear, louder than average. Fingerprint sensor, very fast. The 636 really performs really, really well. The headphone jack, good output, and MIUI bakes in a lot of really cool custom settings. You can see I have the Nova launcher on here because I just really like it. It's actually, I'm surprised that I had never used it before. So yeah, speaker, loud, above average. Headphone jack, really good output. You can customize that in MIUI because they have different settings. Now, the big deal with this phone that a lot of people talk about a lot are the cameras. And yes, I know everybody's heard a lot of things. There's a lot of hype, but you're getting flagship cameras, this and that, you know, and I gotta say, I wouldn't really agree with that. There are really good cameras. The hardware you're getting, like I said, the Samsung S5K 2L7, 1.4 micron pixel camera, it is a really good sensor, and you would not normally find that in a sub $200 phone. What I've noticed with it, and like I said, I have to use it a lot more. The video camera is absolutely great on it. You know, really gives you good stabilization. Really good Steadicam, you know, front and back video. I really like on this phone, and I think the audio is pretty solid too. As far as still pictures, the outdoor photos, amazing, really crisp, really great. I would say if you're a fan of the Samsung, you know, really saturated image processing you get, where everything's really bright and color, you know, you're not going to get that from a Xiaomi phone. You get a much more honest photo, which I actually like, because then, you know, if you want to do something in post editing, you can really do that yourself and make the photo look the way you want. So you're just getting a very honest photo with this. Now, I have noticed in artificial light, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in the photos from this phone. I just don't think they're like amazing. They're a little kind of dull. I don't know. It's, like I said, very, very brief period of using this phone, and I need a much bigger sample size to really make a judgment. Just initially, I don't see it performing in artificial light quite as good as, you know, some other phones do. This phone, it's all about battery life. Anybody who's used a Xiaomi device knows their battery life is just the best. The battery life on this phone is great. You can't kill it. You put it down, it's standby time, it barely moves. I mean, you're not going to have to charge the phone. The 4,000 milliamp battery goes forever. It's just like my Redmi Note 3 was. Killer battery life. The 636 is really, really a great chip. It performs like the Snapdragon 820, but far, far more efficient. And battery life rules on this thing. Like I said, front-facing shooter, the OmniVision 13855. it's a good sensor. A lot of people bag on those OmniVision sensors, and they really shouldn't. OmniVision makes some excellent sensors, and it's really more about the software and the optimization from the company itself. And so cameras on this phone, yeah, you are getting overall package. I mean, the hardware you get on this phone, a 636, you know, with the 12 megapixel 1.4 micron pixel sensor, so you're getting, you know, large pixels, so you can actually shoot in low light with a sub $200 camera. You know, the overall package, battery life, you know, the MIUI, the cameras, the audio, which is really good and really underrated and not really talked about that much on this phone. You know, what you get in the, you know, you get a little case with it. It's not so much what you get in the box. Its performance, its fingerprint sensor is lightning fast. I know I didn't really give you a good look at the back of the phone, and I really probably should have. But, you know, you get your little MIUI, your little Mi logo, and, you know, you have your dual camera bump on the back with the fingerprint sensor. Wow, I'm never going to use this phone again to film with, because when you zoom in, it just can't focus. But overall package, first impression, sub $200. Yeah, Xiaomi has done it again. I challenge you to find a better phone than this for under $200. So please like, subscribe. There'll be more coming soon. I'll do a much more in-depth video on this phone once I get to use it a little bit longer, and so I can give you more details on it. But so far, it's a win. I've been using it as my everyday driver on T-Mobile, US LTE, not a problem, at least here in Philadelphia. So subscribe, like, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.